Welcome back to Biz Wire. To open up Marketplace, our second half begins with a report by Beijing's Central University of Finance and Economics, which says that China must spend an additional $330 billion on emissions cuts and clean technologies to do its fair share to halt climate change. The report, quoted by Reuters, urges the government to raise money from carbon markets to fund investments. Its conclusion contrasts with China's official policy that the main responsibility for ramping up action against climate change rests with developed nations. According to co-author of the report, Chen Bo, China, the world's biggest emitter, has already pledged to spend 520 billion yuan, or about $90 billion, to help prevent global temperatures from rising. But the report says that is only a fifth of what is needed if China is to shoulder a proportionate burden in global efforts to stop climate change, and the main responsibility for ratcheting up the extra funds should fall on the government. The report adds that public funding is essential to address climate change problems, and without a clear signal on CO2 emissions, mitigation projects are not financially attractive to investors. It called on the government to use emissions trading to auction CO2 permits to help raise climate revenue. Reuters says that over the past 7 months, 5 regional pilot trading schemes have launched in China, with plans to roll out a national market later in the decade. One of those markets, southern Guangdong, auctions 29 million permits annually to participating firms, but the revenue is not earmarked for climate change spending. The report urges the state-owned China Development Bank, China's so-called super bank, to set up a green investment department to stimulate private and public investment in climate-related projects. It also urges the financial markets to develop products and mechanisms to draw further funds.